What's good, everyone? Welcome to the channel. I'm Bizcoon, and the following video is the second part to my reaction to some shorts from Jubilee's latest video about 1 black radical versus 20 black conservatives, featuring Amanda Seales. Be sure to watch the first part before watching this one, link in the description, and once you've done that, be sure to like and subscribe and enjoy this video as well. Thank you.
How are you going to stop people from entering
From
prisons if your goal is to get them into prison?
What the excuse me? What the hell does that even mean? I gotta run that back. Next, we're gonna look at this one right here about accountability. All right, because there are a lot of entitled people in all sorts of different groups that feel like that they're entitled to handouts just because they think that they are on the side of the oppressed, right? It's the so-called neo-Marxist mentality of the oppressors are always wrong, even if individuals have never done anything wrong, and that the oppressed are always right, even when they're doing things that are objectionable.
I'm gonna let you speak, but let's not get the attitudes and stuff, because you're my sister and I respect you. So
I don't have an attitude. I'm being direct to you.
Yes you do, bitch. You do have an attitude. No. One of the things that people complain about, one of the things that Uncle Ruckus mentions is that when people have an attitude problem. And this is actually something that was mentioned in the banned Jimmy Rebel episode, where Uncle Ruckus gets to meet a racist country singer. It's one of his favorite racist country singer, Jimmy Rebel. And one of the things that Jimmy doesn't like about black people is attitudes. So she is a very good example of why Jimmy Rebel and Uncle Ruckus hate black people so much.
Domestic violence, women or men or even attacked, what is the first thing we say? It's like, you know what? It's not your what? It's not your fault. So that's what we do. We hold on to this narrative that, well, it's not our fault, and the issues in our community are not our fault, and the white man needs to give us something. The old white lady down the street is looking at me, and I'm...
Oh, good Lord. Is that what we're going on? It's just like, I mean, when you are being attacked by someone in cold blood, and you did absolutely nothing to provoke that attack, then, well, yes, you done absolutely nothing wrong. But when you are the attacker, yet because you're of a specific group, a certain minority that somehow gives you the right, and if someone fights back, then somehow it's racism, or if the cops get involved, it's somehow racism. I'm assuming that that's what's going on here.
I don't know why she got braids in her hair, and we focus on all these other stupid things that don't matter. We don't get to the root of the fact that we're killing each other at a higher rate than any other race.
Yeah, it's like, the people will point out crime statistics as being racist, but you never really said that they're wrong. Although she says that they're wrong, which you will see in a moment.
It's self-hatred amongst us. I believe that we can do that. That my mom's cousin, excuse me, coming from the church parking lot, and guess who stuck her up and robbed her at gunpoint? A black man.
Well then, no, and she's going to try it, and I bet this lady up here gonna be all like, yeah, but
I need you to get to the point.
Like,
get to the point. She talked about her mom's cousin getting robbed at a church by one of your own people.
So
my point is that no, and I'm not trying to be funny, unless like,
oh my God.
You said we're gonna keep it respectful.
Yeah, but you're monopolizing the whole conversation.
I'm not trying to.
I'm monopolizing. Says the bitch that decided to do this just for the sake, presumably, of getting attention. No, this is the problem that I have with Jubilee.
I'm gonna let you speak, but let's not get the attitudes and stuff, because you're my sister and I respect you. So
I don't have an attitude. I'm being direct to you, but you're literally speaking this, and you're not going to do that with me either.
Okay,
so you're
I'm
stating your
respecting
point, and you've been stating your point for quite some
So
time.
say
Do you have a
the proper
reason
ways,
for me to respond?
Would you allow me to respond? So that's a better response.
Oh, good Lord.
Go ahead.
The response that I have for you is that everything you're saying does not exist in a vacuum.
That's what people say about what's been going on with Gaza. Like, I understand that a lot of the people on both sides have had to deal with the other side's bullshit since the late 40s, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it was right for a terrorist group to want to break into another country and massacre an entire gathering of people.
actually agree with you in that, yes, there has been an incredible denigration of Black worth and Black pride in this nation.
Oh, so you admit it. But she's probably going to twist it into something that it's not.
I think it's also very important to acknowledge what has contributed to that. And to state that it is only Black people that have contributed to that is a false flag.
Oh, so you mean just like the guy that shot the 2 Israelis with Hamas, Diddy, Bin Laden, Adolf Epstein Piker saying, oh, you couldn't have designed a better false flag.
So we have to admit that. So in order to have this conversation around how we got here, you can't say, oh, well, we're caring about the white woman getting braids and that doesn't matter and this thing. All of that
Oh, so now we're bringing like appropriation.
All of that is actually a very big part of the lack of worth of Black people.
I'll ask you, do you think we're resilient? What does resilience mean to you? Do you think we have to be perpetual victims, or do you think that Black people are resilient?
I think that those are two different conversations. I think that the concept of Black people being victims is really trying to not provide accountability to where the root problem for the actual cause is.
What the hell is she even saying now? Now she's just spitting out a word salad.
And if we keep saying that somebody is a victim and that doesn't mean that the other person should have to actually have accountability, then what are we really doing?
I'm gonna let you speak.
I don't even know what the hell she was even talking about. All right. This next one is actually one of the clips that Asmongold saw. So let's go ahead and see now.
Do not cut me off. When we talk about systemic racism.
Okay. Redlining is the practice of denying mortgages to those who lived in neighborhoods considered risky. Lenders targeted Black and immigrant communities in urban areas, and the practice was outlawed in 1968. I mean, I'm sure it still happens today. It probably doesn't.
Racism, we can start with even the fact that redlining, which was implemented to discriminate Black communities. Are you shaking your head that redlining doesn't exist?
No, I'm saying I don't think it really existed at all. I mean, no, I don't think so at all.
So
her reaction was like she tilted her head back in disbelief.
It does exist, and stating that it doesn't exist doesn't make it no longer exist.
Well, I'm trying to pay attention, but
redlining absolutely exists. It is not something that's being made up. It's an empirical fact, and there are realities that exist because of redlining. We know that school systems.
I mean, I don't deny that there are like different parts of like the country, even within like major cities, that have these types of issues.
Are related to the way that property taxes are affecting the school systems. If a school system is not getting the same property value as the property taxes allow it, then it's not going to have the same efficacy at allowing for students to be able to get what they deserve. When we talk about systemic racism, we have to acknowledge that these private prisons are literally built based on the test scores of school students in 3rd grade.
Where the hell is she even getting this information from?
So if you are literally...
While there is a direct correlation between literacy and education levels and incarceration rates, the claim that prison planners use that data to build prisons has been debunked. Well, for once the fact check seems to actually be doing its job. This bitch just straight up lied about what happens in these. I mean, I know that within the Boondocks there's the episode where the boys go on a Scared Straight program where Huey laid down the law when it came to the prison industrial complex. But in this case, obviously what she's saying is complete bullshit.
Building prisons with the onset of, okay, if these people are not reaching a certain reading level, then we know that they're going to go down a prison industrial pipeline, or we can use their free labor. Then how is that not systemic? And if you want to,
the fact that she freaking made this up, and she complained about. Maybe it wasn't this video that Asmongold saw. Maybe it was something else. Like, one of the things that Asmongold saw was regarding Black on Black crime, right? Like, the statistics show that there's a lot of Black on Black crime, and she was claiming that those statistics are a lie. Yet here she is literally making things up about how prisons are built in relation to schools, yet Yeah, she has no problem making up that kind of stuff, but when someone else brings up crime statistics, suddenly, oh, that's made up because it doesn't conform to my worldview. I'm going to believe in this other thing that's actually made up and use that against you. What a load of bullshit.
Stop them from entering prisons.
How are you going to stop people from entering prisons if
educating
your
them.
goal is to get them into prison?
What the excuse me? What the hell does that even mean? I gotta run that back.
Entering prisons.
How are you going to stop people from entering prisons if
educating them.
your goal is to get them into prison?
What the fuck does that even mean? Oh my god. Oh, guys, what are we doing? No, seriously. Yeah, how do we prevent people from going to prison when we want them to go to prison? Teach them not to do ludicrous things like robbing stores and beating up people. How about it starts at home, right? I mean, the concept of being fatherless is brought up, knowing that they're either just not there, in jail, or something else. It all starts at the home, all right?
Sure, make them try to be more like Ben Carson than be like King Von. That's very, very simple.
So
Ben
how
Carson,
does King Von
Ben
happen?
Carson,
How
Ben
does
Carson,
King Von
Okay, I don't know who either of these two people are, so...
happen?
King Von
Reparations.
hold on,
Actually,
let
no.
me
Let
finish.
me land the plane.
Oh my
We're
God.
talking about reparations, and what you're doing is actually just trying to get this conversation off the facts. And
Ben
the fact
Carson-
is,
Says the bitch who made up a fact about prisons being near low performing schools.
reparations are just and necessary because on a basic level, black people built this country, and the country continues.
Oh my god, no. This reminds me of that one episode of the Proud Family reboot. Oh my god, about war reparations. Oh good lord, where the concepts of white fragility and white privilege were brought up, and I remember thinking to myself, you know, I used to like the Proud Family. I remember marathoning the original Proud Family series more than once because I liked it. But the reboot, some of the shit that I saw from the reboot are some of the most blatant propaganda pieces that I've ever seen. Like that scene where Penny said that black people can't be racist, where her bitch-ass friend Maya with the hair loopies is all like, I agree, racism is prejudice plus power, though we can be jerks. You don't need to be in power to be racist. You just have to hate people of another race. And then there was also the episode where Zoe was dating that one celebrity who was only into white girls, and everyone kept making a big deal about her being a white girl dating a light-skinned black boy. And yeah, she's the embodiment of that. She is the embodiment of the Proud Family reboot.
To thrive off of the labor that black people put into this country, and it would behoove you, young man, to
Behoove? I don't think I've heard that word before.
really understand the way that your ancestors put blood, sweat, and tears into this nation that is still living off of those blood, sweat, and tears. And let me also add, there are reparations and then there is remunerations.
What's a remuneration?
Do you know the difference?
Well, no, because this is my first time hearing about that second word.
Yes, but can I finish one
No,
point that I wanted
answer
to
the
say?
question.
Oh my god, can I... Your average debate in a nutshell, guys. Having to deal with, you ask a question, and then the other guy says, I'm gonna sideline you ask a simple yes or no question, but this guy wanted to speak something else first, and she doesn't even want him to finish.
Ben Carson's cousins were killed at a very young...
I'm so sorry, you've been voted out by the majority. Please.
Oh my god. No, you see, this is the problem that I have with Jubilee, and it's the problem that I'm sure a lot of people have. They just don't care.
Please return to your seat.
I hope some of y'all are acting. I really do.
I hope you're acting, because I really do. No, your acting is abysmal, and I don't even care that much about actors.
We in LA, and I hope some people.
Well, of course you're in LA. What else is new? Hey there, as I was editing this video, I forgot to react to this one. I originally clicked on it at the start of the video, but then I realized that it was this person over there that came back, and I decided to skip it, but I forgot to watch it, so let me go ahead and do that real quick.
Hi.
Hi again.
We cool now?
We good. We good. I think we.
They didn't sound pretty good before.
Why? Because to your point, there's community. There's a sense of pride about, you know what, I gotta go honor my parents back in Nigeria. I'm part Nigerian. I have to go
Okay, so now we're bringing honoring parents, right?
honor my parents. I have to go honor my elders. They're not twerking and shaking booty.
Okay, I see where this is going. Damn. I'm so glad that I remembered to put this in the video.
They're getting
They
set.
are literally twerking and shaking and booty.
Wow,
and
they-
Oh, good lord. I know that a lot of aspects about, you know, black music, as they would say, a lot of it does go all the way back to Africa, certain aspects of it. Like, I know that with, like, hip-hop and R&B, all that stuff, I mean, it's literally it's literally the B of R&B, that being blues. Rhythm and blues is what R&B means. Blues music derives from back when slaves used to sing songs of hopes of freedom, and some of those were inspired by their African ancestors.
Nigeria.
Nigerians I know ain't doing it. Well, if they are
We
twerking and shaking, but
literally
they
learned it
doctors
from Africa.
They're doctors twerking and shaking
literally
booty, so
have
maybe
it
they
from
can shake
Africa.
because they
But
got
I
the money
think-
to
I
back
think
it up.
that's
But
Oh my god, so we're trying to excuse sexually exploiting ourselves as a means of saying, oh, it goes all the way back to Africa. And it's like, I agree that there are certain aspects of black culture and black music, as I said, that do go back to Africa, but twerking, I don't know, that might be a stretch. I mean, I guess it depends.
do you see what
Unfair
you're saying? But do
generalization.
you see what I'm saying, though? We have to be honest, Amanda. When
Well,
Indians
as a
come
fellow,
here,
so as a fellow daughter of an immigrant,
Okay.
right? So my mother's from Grenada. My mother did come here.
Your mother isn't even from Africa. I mean, I know that the Caribbean is like black majority, but just some food for thought.
And was able to work and was able to get green cards
Props
for
to her.
folks. So shout out to my mom. There's a very big difference in growing up somewhere and coming from a place where you are the majority and where your people are running the show than being somewhere where your people have been subjugated the entire time your people have
But
been
your
here.
mom-
Oh, good lord. I see where this is going. Apparently, there's never been, according to her, there's never been a point in black history where black people haven't had to deal with that kind of stuff. Is that what I'm saying? Is that what I'm hearing?
Mama came here and she wasn't the majority, so how did
No.
she succeed?
She succeeded because she came here with the fortitude of coming from a place.
Her resilience, right?
No, but
and
you're-
she had
you're-
her
So she's saying that because her mother's success comes from, I'm trying to pay attention and it's very difficult, this bitch.
Because she came here with the fortitude of coming from a place.
So she's saying that the only reason that her mother was able to succeed was because she was originally from a black majority country and not because she was able to make something of herself. Is that what I'm getting at?
resilience, right?
No, but
and
you're,
she had
you're-
her village.
let me say what I'm saying.
Okay, I'll let you unpack.
If we don't acknowledge divide and conquer in the United States, we are having a pointless conversation.
I agree.
I mean, she's not wrong in that regard. I mean, that's literally what politics is for. It's for dividing and conquering. Left versus right, lib versus con, dem versus rep. That's literally all it really is. They want us to hate each other. The higher ups, regardless of who their race are, there's blacks, whites, Asians, Mexicans, all in the government, in the US government, pulling the strings, doing unseemly things in relation to like Jeffrey Epstein. And all they want is for us to go at each other's throats. So obviously there's a point to be made there. But to say that the only reason that your mother as a black woman was so successful is because she came from a black majority country, that's, I don't know.
We have to acknowledge that there is a concerted effort at divide and conquer in the United States. We're literally watching it happen right now with an effort to divide and conquer and have black people fighting immigrants and have black people saying that immigrants don't matter.
And
So
fighting white people.
white people is not the point.
No, that's the thing. Yeah, you'll have, when it's black on white, they just treat it as nothing. But when it's white on black, suddenly we need a riot.
The concept of white people is about people who are upholding as a supremacy of whiteness.
What the fuck? No, the concept of white people is people that are primarily of European descent that have very light skin. That's what the definition of a white person is. A person of primarily European ancestry with light skin. That's literally what it means. It has nothing to do with supremacy. That's bullshit.
Versus people who understand that there should be an egalitarianism. There should
I
be an
believe that
equality.
we are becoming the new white supremacists.
We
'cause
are.
We've been
We
putting them on a
are.
pedestal.
We are.
No, that's the thing. People like that want to make, people like Amanda want to make believe that black supremacy isn't a thing, even though it most certainly is a thing. She's the embodiment of black supremacy, whether she realizes it or not.
I feel like we can't
We
do
are.
anything.
No, it's not that
We
we're
ain't
putting
been
them.
nothing,
It's not
won't
that
be
we're putting
nothing.
them on a pedestal. It's that we are joining them and instead weaponizing our blackness against our people.
Isn't that the stated goal of BET, according to the Boondocks? They hate black people. You see, BET's founder Bob Johnson had a dream. A dream in which hundreds of years of slavery, Jim Crow, and malt liquor couldn't accomplish. And that's the destruction of all black people.
When we do what you're saying, we are saying, I am better because I figured it out, and so you're the problem because you didn't figure
But
it
Amanda,
out.
what about if I believe that the American dream is, I have a right to that as well? Is that me joining white people, or is that me saying, you know what, I
What's
want
the
a life for my
American dream?
The American
Oh my god, so now we're gonna get into a debate about what the American dream is. I mean, at the end of the day, what the American dream is, at least to me, is just living in America or moving to America through legal means, of course. If you're illegally in the country, then it's in your best interest to leave. I'm not gonna go mask off and say, get the fuck out. It's just, you're better off just leaving. Just let's put it this way. That's me putting it mildly and nicely. I'm not gonna go that far with it.
American dream for me.
Oh, sorry. The American dream for me is just either living in the U.S., moving to the U.S. in order to make something of yourself, to live a life of decency and prosperity, to want to work hard for the things that you want in life, whether it's a loving partner, a family, or anything in between, as long as you're not, like, forcing certain values onto other people, as long as you're not, like, doing stuff like that, then nobody's gonna bother you. Do what you can. Just do what you can. And if you succeed, then you did a good job. And if you don't succeed, well, you can always try again, or you could just give up. But I don't really think you should give up on those dreams. Unless, of course, the dreams are really that unrealistic, you might have to at least start out small, and then work your way up to something big.
Because it may look different from other people. Some people it's a boss chick. For me, I want my kids to grow up in a wonderful neighborhood. I want them to go to college. I want to.
No, she's echoing the sentiment of quite a few black people that have this quote-unquote fatigue, where they're like, you'll have some black individuals that'll be like, we grew up in a white neighborhood and it's one of the safest neighborhoods that we've ever grown up in. And then you have some black majority neighborhoods and like ghettos and slums and projects that are all like, you have all of this bullshit that happens. But of course, I guess Amanda wants to make believe that it's systemic, that it's on purpose rather than just by choice.
I have a 401k. I want to do this. I want to do that. So I feel like a lot of times in the black community, we associate anything that's right or that's just or that's striving forward with whiteness. So when you say that we're working with
it's not that it's whiteness, it's capitalism.
Oh my, and there it goes. It's capitalism. As if socialism is any different. I haven't really made my thoughts on capitalism and socialism very clear yet. I don't believe in the political spectrum. So, how I feel about socialism and capitalism should at least give you an indication of comparing them to, like, their political alignments. Should get the fact that I don't believe in the political spectrum should give you at least a gist of how I feel about socialism and capitalism.
And I think that's what we have to understand the difference of. The concept of capitalism always is grounded in exploitation.
Good lord. Technically, capitalism is where private individuals own the means of production. That's literally what it means. You have a person who wants to make a product, and then they hire people to help make the product. They sell the product, people want to buy the product, and so they make more. And then they expand and turn something simple into something great. Granted, obviously too much of anything is a bad thing with greedy corporations. Nobody's denying the excessive greed of multi-billion-dollar conglomerates that just take advantage of the system that we're a part of. Nobody's denying that that's a thing. But to say that capitalism is based on exploitation, I mean, if it got to an extreme degree, obviously it's going to happen. But socialism is where the government owns the means of production. The government is the one that makes the products that people want to buy, regardless of who works for them. Meaning that if you worked for a store that was owned by the government, that technically makes you a government employee. And then communism is where no one owns the means of production, where nothing belongs to anyone, that there is no property and that there's no social class. Obviously, there are some people, I'm not going to point any fingers, that say that communism and socialism are the same thing, but they're really not. Well, anyway, that's all the shorts that are there. I was mistaken about this one. I thought this one was one of the ones that Asmongold watched, but this one definitely is. No, this one right here surprised me. The version of the clip that Asmongold watched cut out the part where she mentioned non-Jews. When I heard that the first time, I was like, oh my God, there's no way she's going there. There is no way in hell that she decided to go there and bring up the Jews. Oh my God, this is fucking... I mean, I expect nothing less from someone who dresses like that. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more bullshit like this. And thank you guys for watching.